Hey guys, this is Gabriel Lorenzi and today I am here to talk— no wait, I forgot the intro. Hey guys, this is Gabriel Lorenzi, creator of the blog Grupo Dicas, one of the biggest travel blogs in the world, and today I am here to talk to you about how to rent a car in Italy. You'll be able to rent a car with great savings, what are all the documents you need, which are the best car rental companies, and finally all the tips that will really make a difference on your trip. So enjoy the video guys, subscribe to the channel, that helps us a lot, and buckle up. Well, many people who travel to Italy end up choosing to rent a car. Italy and Portugal are the destinations where tourists rent cars the most in Europe, and it's because of its cities, the layout of the country, and there are several nice cities in the interior of Italy for you to visit. The main one that stands out, which is where tourists rent a car the most, is Tuscany. There's no way, we rented it and we made the trip. It's sensational, it's very beautiful when you need a car. It's very difficult to do it without a car, and there are people who rent from Rome to go up to Milan, to Venice. There are people who rent it to go down, to go to the Amalfi Coast and so on. You must have already seen that it's not so easy to decide where to go in Italy and what will be the itinerary of your trip, because there are many options, but for most of them it ends up being very nice to rent a car. And car rental in Italy is not expensive, it's one of the cheapest in Europe, and few ends up being cheap too. Anyway, it's very worthwhile if you're going to make these trips. We recommend you rent a car there. Our tip: if you're going to stay only in Rome, if you're going to stay only in Milan or Venice, where it's not possible to drive around a lot in the tourist area, that are only boats, anyway, it's not worth it. You can do everything on foot. In Rome you can do everything walking. If you need to, in one day you can take an Uber or something, but to go to other cities and do this tour through the countryside, through Tuscany, through other places, it's really cool. The first question everybody has is, what documents do I need to rent a car in Italy? Well, Italy is different from almost every other country in Europe. Actually, it's only Italy, Croatia, and Hungary. If I'm not mistaken, it's Hungary, but in Croatia and Italy you need theoretically the PID, which is International Driving Permit. What is the PID? It's a very easy permit to get. It's nothing more than nothing less than your national driver's license translated into English. You ask for it through the traffic department in your city. You go online and ask for it. In a few days you receive it at home, pay a fee that is not expensive. We ended up doing it to guarantee, but researching a lot and from our experience, what happens, the rental companies don't ask for it. Many people we know have gone to Italy and rented cars only with their national driver's license. When we went, they didn't ask for our PID. We did it to make sure and not have headaches, but they didn't ask for it. They only asked for our country's driver's license. So to guarantee, first thing, you have to have a valid national driver's license, right? It can't be expired, so check the expiration date of your driver's license, see if it's up to date. Then you need a valid international driver's license, the PID. In theory, many rental companies, all of them that we have done, never asked for it, and the people we met didn't ask either, but we recommend that you do it to make sure, but it's up to each one. And the passport and the international credit card for international purchases, these are the items you need to rent a car there. It's very easy. Another tip, and the most important one, is how to save a lot and find your car. What happens, there are several big car rental companies there. There are some that are gigantic in Europe and all over the world, so we recommend that you go to the bigger ones to avoid any problems. We have done it with smaller ones and we ended up having one problem or another, so we always do it with the bigger ones. Alamo Your Car, $50, $60 budget, Avis, and National. There are several companies, all are good and very similar, so what we recommend, that obvious tips, search them all because prices vary, some have promotions, you can have cheaper price looking in all of them, but you don't have to search in all of them. There's a car price comparator that it's sensational. We'll even leave the link here in the description of the video, along with all the other links of tools that we use and save a lot of the trips. It compares all these car rental companies, so you put a date of your trip and it will list all the car rental companies, the available cars by category, which is very nice, and there you can guarantee the best price and the best rental guaranteed. They have the price sometimes even much cheaper than the rental companies themselves, because as they are the largest comparator, they have a very strong negotiation, and the price end up being even better than if you go directly to the rental company and rent with them. So just by using the price comparator, that will leave you the link here, you will save a lot. We always use it, it's always the best price, there's no way, it's a good saving. Another tip, as with hotels and lodging, the sooner you do it, the cheaper you pay because it works on demand. As people are renting cars and we run out of cars in stock for that date, the price goes up. The sooner you do it, the more car options you have a chance to get a nicer car and you get a much better price than leaving it for the day of the trip. And within this tip is the anticipation, is you make the reservation through the internet using the comparator or some other sites, because sometimes people leave their car rental there and it's the worst option because you will pay more, you will buy in euros, you pay all the taxes, fees, you run the risk of not having a car, you will lose time there, 1 or 2 hours to do all this process at the car rental company. And finally, book in advance. Book online, guys. It's much easier, much cheaper, and also much faster for you. Another important tip is insurance. What happens whenever you rent a car, when you are there on the website, you will see that it's almost mandatory to have the basic insurance, which is against theft, robbery, and accidents. This you have to have, it's very important, but the rental companies try to push other extra insurance for glass breakage, risks, and several other things. In our opinion, overall these years, it's not worth it because it's a high cost. We never need to use it. It may happen, you may need, but in our experience and with everyone we talked to, don't take this insurance. If there is an option there to get extra insurance, don't go there because it's not worth it. The price is high and you end up saving a lot if you don't take these insurance that are appearing there in the middle of the road. And another item that comes up is the GPS rental. You need the GPS to locate yourself because you don't know the country you're visiting. But what happens, the rental companies charge around €6, sometimes 7 to rent the GPS per day, so you can use the GPS in the car. But if you buy an internet chip to use your cell phone abroad, you will pay cheaper than what you would pay to use that GPS for 8 days. I don't know, 10 days. And you buy a chip to use your cell phone internet at will during your whole trip, so you will pay cheaper for the chip than for the GPS, and you can use your cell phone as a GPS because it works very well. We'll even leave here in the description of the video the link of the chip. We always use it there in the last trips, which was very good. We have tried several ones because there are many. There is one that has an excellent signal. It works even in the small towns in the interior of the country, sometimes on more distant beaches that we visited. It worked everywhere and they are very good. We bought it and they delivered it to us to our house in a few days. We received it quickly and traveled with it. We put it in and we arrived using it. It's very good. You can recharge, use the application. It's very good. There's a chat to ask questions, information to know which is the best chip. Do some research. I will leave the link here below. It was possible to use the cell phone during the whole trip, so don't rent the GPS and buy the chip, which is cheaper and much better. Another tip, when you rent the car there, pay attention. Ask what is the fuel, because we are used to our country. Sometimes you travel and you don't even notice, and when you need to fill up the tank, you will not know which is the right fuel for that car. In Europe in general, most cars are already being made with diesel, but it's always good to ask so you don't have this doubt when you fill up. And the price for fuel is not expensive. For us who are used to our country, it ends up being even cheaper. You will find it very cheaper to rent a car there, just like it is in the United States for us who are used to our country, which is much more expensive. So you end up paying a very fair amount there, so you will see that you will not spend so much money. And now talking about the tolls too, a lot of people have this doubt, but any big car rental company, the ones we recommend you to rent a car, they are already registered with the license plate on the toll system, so usually you can go straight through and your credit card will be charged, the one you left when you rented the car. They charge it later when the car report arrives at the end of the month. They have everything organized with the city, I don't know, with the toll companies, and then you are automatically charged. But the tolls are not expensive, they are cheap, and the values are much lower than what we are used to as well in our country, so it's a very fair amount. And another important item for those who are traveling with children is the use of a car seat. So when you make the reservation, you see that the option appears there to choose. It's super easy. At least in this comparator that we use, it already offers you the options of age and weight of the child. You select, and when you pick up the car you confirm, right? But usually they already offer you the car seat. You put it there on the spot and install it without any problem. But take a look because it's important. Don't risk traveling without the car seat because they really fine you. They are strict with these safety issues. And lastly, there is the category of the car. So take a look, there isn't one that's better or worse, it's up to each one. There are the economic categories that are much cheaper, which are popular cars there in Europe, and the cars are small. Regardless of the country you're going to rent, there are those very small cars that are much cheaper, and there are cars a little bit bigger, SUV, full size, sedan, and finally, there are all. So check them out. Our recommendation, if you're going to walk around the city more, get the economy ones, save a little bit. It doesn't make that much of a difference, and the cars are good. But if you're going to go on the road road, make longer trips, spend a little more, which is not that much, so you can upgrade the category. You will see that the difference is not high, it's even low, but sometimes it's worth it to have some comfort, to not have problems on the road, to have a trunk space, pay attention to the trunk, because sometimes we forget that we are carrying those giant suitcases. Sometimes we come back with more bags than we went with because we bought something on the trip. So take a look at the trunk too, so that you don't have problems and don't come back cramped shopping. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, please give us a like and subscribe to our channel, which helps us a lot, and follow us on the social networks. We are always traveling around the world trying to show their travel tips in a very cool way, and our routine with our little one that's very cool and very fun. And when you are in your trip in Italy, tag us at Lorenzi in your stories so we can post them on our Instagram, which is very nice for people to follow. We also like to follow other people's trips to see what people are doing and the tips they use it. And be sure to watch the video on how to save a lot on your whole trip to Italy. We have put together a complete video with all the step-by-step instructions for you to set up your whole trip and save a lot, both in planning and during the trip. So I'll leave it here on the side, watch it because it's sensational, and below the playlist with all the other videos from Italy, organize it there for you to watch everything. So guys, thank you very much and have nice trips.